The bodies of 9-year-old Peyton Decker, 8-year-old Evelyn Decker, and 5-year-old Olivia Decker were found deceased near Washington campground after they were reported missing by their mom. The girls left home for a planned visitation with their father on May 30th. Their bodies were found on June 2nd. Their cause of death has been ruled as suffocation. The manner of death has been ruled a homicide. Their father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, is the primary suspect, and he is currently on the run as we speak. On Friday, May 30th, the girls' mother called for help around 9:45 p.m. She said her girls were at their planned visit with their father, but he failed to return the girls on time, and she got worried and she needed help. The case is ongoing. There's a manhunt currently out for Travis Decker, the father. I'm not a lawyer. No one has been arrested yet. All this information is information that I found on the internet. And if I get anything wrong, please comment it in the comments and we can figure it out together. Also, please keep in mind, this is a real case. People are mourning the deaths of these poor girls and they're hurt. So if you don't have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all. We know from the mother, Whitney, her attorney has said that her and Travis met online when Travis was stationed at the Army Air Force Base in Washington. And after the two of them met, they fell in love. They were inseparable. They did not want to spend a second away from each other. But because Travis was in the military, moving was something that he had to do, but it was also something that Whitney was prepared to do, because when she saw this guy, she really saw a future with him. She saw all of the potential that there was between the two of them, and she was right to see it because the two of them went on to get married. The couple lived in Italy for 2 years. They moved to Georgia, lived there for 2 years before eventually moving to Washington, which is where they ended up. They were married for around 10 years and they had 3 beautiful little girls together, but something that was always present in their relationship was Travis's PTSD. Throughout their entire marriage, it was something that it was part of him. It was something he carried with him, but it wasn't something that he could just get rid of. Whitney's attorney has said that his PTSD did not spiral until he got out of the active reserves, which was in 2023. Travis Decker would often wake up in the middle of the night screaming. He would have the worst nightmares and it felt like he was always on edge. He could hardly fall asleep to begin with, let alone stay asleep. His mental health was terrible. It was something that he struggled with pretty badly, and he was unable to receive the help that he needed through veteran resources. I believe Travis was the person who brought up the idea of divorce because he felt like, quote, it wasn't worth it anymore. The couple filed for divorce in 2022 and it was finalized in 2023. After the divorce, because of how bad and terrible of a headspace he was in, it was deemed that Travis wasn't stable enough to have custody of the 3 girls. Not only because of his mental health and how dangerous that could become, but also because his living situation wasn't a stable one. And allegedly, when he took the girls for the very last time, he had been living in his vehicle, a white 2017 GMC Sierra pickup truck. Over time, it also led to restrictions when it came to seeing his girls. He wasn't allowed to have overnight visitations, and he also couldn't really take them out of the town that they lived in. This wasn't always the agreement, but it got to that point in September of 2024 because it seemed that Travis wasn't getting any better. He wasn't making any progress. If anything, he was just getting worse. This is a quote from Whitney, the mother of his children. Quote, "Since our separation, it has become increasingly clear that Travis has been struggling to maintain stability in his life, particularly with securing a consistent place to live and establishing a predictable schedule. This lack of stability has unfortunately had a negative impact on our children." He was in the Army for many years, and upon separation from the Army and transition into the reserves, his borderline personality disorder and narcissism became rampant, end quote. So because of that, overnight stays were taken away from him, and the court ordered Travis to undergo evaluation for anger management by a psychiatrist in order to attend counseling sessions twice a month. Other than that, however, him and Whitney were trying their best to co-parent to try and make it as easy as possible for the girls. They would communicate regularly. And in regards to their relationship, Whitney's attorney has said that Whitney has always had, quote, a lot of love and empathy for Travis and who he is at his core, end quote. And you can tell that Whitney really did have a lot of love for Travis. After all, this was the man that she fell in love with at one point. He was the father of their children. And her intentions were never, ever to keep the family apart. She just wanted to make sure that her girls were safe at all times. Whitney has said on more than one occasion that she recognized that Travis really cared and loved the girls, but she also recognized the reality of it was that he needed to get the help that he needed to become better for his daughters. May 30th of 2025 was a Friday. It just happened. That day around 5 p.m., Travis drove to Whitney's house to go and pick up his daughters for his visitation. He talked to Whitney for a little bit. He told her, "I will see see you at 8 p.m. and he left, but he never came back, and Whitney would never get to see her daughters alive again. When Travis wasn't coming back with the girls and Whitney's calls were going straight to voicemail, he wasn't responding. Around 9:30 p.m., she contacted authorities saying that she was worried sick and reported what was happening and said that she needed help. That same night, Washington State Patrol was contacted with a request for an Amber Alert, but they did not accept the request and instead said the situation did not meet the required criteria, which is actually insanity. This is a man with a history of mental health issues, a military veteran, meaning a person who has been professionally trained on how to attack and how to end people's lives, and he is a parent with limited visitation for a reason. He picked up the girls, a 5, 8, and 9-year-old, girls who would not know how to protect themselves if they were put in a dangerous situation. He picked them up and now he's missing. That is concerning, and that should have been priority in my opinion. The next day, May 31st, local authorities issued an endangered missing persons alert, and authorities launched searches across Washington, checking Travis's known locations, contacting family members, and following any possible lead. And on June 2nd of 2025, just last Monday, the little girls' bodies were found. Travis's vehicle was found parked near the Rock Island campground. His car had 2 blood prints on it. Inside were things such as blankets, car seats, and food. The bodies of Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia were found nearby, no longer alive. They were found zip-tied and plastic bags were placed over their heads. Travis Decker was nowhere to be seen. He still has not been found, and there is now a warrant out for his arrest on multiple charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder. Everything about this is incredibly concerning and heartbreaking, obviously. Investigators were able to find the days before he picked up the girls on May 26, Travis had been online searching how to move to Canada. The keywords that he searched were how to relocate to Canada and how does a person move to Canada. He had also been searching jobs in Canada. And the location where his daughter's bodies were found was relatively close to the Canadian border, approximately 11 miles from the Pacific Crest Trail, a well-established trail that leads directly to Canada. The police department is urging the community and helping to locate Travis Decker. He is considered to be highly dangerous due to his military background. They caution against approaching him and urge to call 911 with any information on his whereabouts. Since the tragic news of their passing, an outpouring amount of love has surrounded Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker. Vigils have been held in their honor with candle, flowers, handwritten notes, and pictures of the 3 smiling, beautiful little girls. Their school communities have shared stories of just how beautiful and loving and caring these 3 little girls were. Peyton's leadership, Evelyn's laughter, and Olivia's boundless energy. It is abundantly clear that these girls were so loved by so many people, cherished by their family and friends and every single person who knew them. Their absence is felt everywhere, but so is the love that they have left behind. There has been a GoFundMe started for Whitney. I cannot link anything on my TikTok stories, unfortunately, but I'm going to leave the link to it in the comments. I'll try to pin it. I think I can. All funds go directly to Whitney to help cover financial expenses, to support her time off of work, and to give her space to heal without financial pressure. And there is only one official GoFundMe page that has been approved by Whitney and created with her full knowledge and consent. So make sure you're clicking on the right one, but all funds will go directly to Whitney to support her needs during this time. My heart goes out to all of their loved ones and anyone who knew these little girls. It's heartbreaking. It's unimaginable pain that they're now going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives. Please be respectful online, and I will say it again, if you do not have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all. But yeah, all my love to their family, all my love to you guys. I hope you guys are having the best day. If not, go do something to make it the best day. Make somebody happy, be nice to people, and I will see you in my next video. Massive kiss on the forehead to every single one of you.